It wasn't the first time he had fought for a specific stand of forest. In the late 1980s, a fragile ecosystem known as the Broken Island Group was threatened by logging. This tiny chain is off the west coast of Vancouver Island, not far from the Clayoquot Sound, and concerned citizens, Merve among them, began a frantic campaign.
There was talk of logging the islands, and where there's talk, there's fire. And so a number of us that had been there from time to time and appreciated their importance as a recreational center and the stupidity of liquidating the small amount of timber on the islands for a paltry sum of money, we started to advocate that they be turned into park and added to the Pacific Rim. Thank heaven somebody had the foresight to realize that was the way to go.
Today, the Broken Islands are part of the spectacular Pacific Rim National Park. It is one of Merve's favorite places on the planet. So when he married Anne a few years ago, he gave her a paddle as a wedding present and brought her here, in a canoe, on their honeymoon. They've been returning in the springtime ever since.
And you notice that naturally bonsoid tree there?
Yes.
Yeah, that little bit of rock is just above high water. Normally there is water going through there at high tides, so that the roots of the tree have to exist on the top of that little rock. So that tree could be several hundred years old. It's just amazing. On these islands you find hundreds of trees like that here and there and all over. It's just a single little tree on a little knoll of rock. This is a beautiful spot. It's absolutely beautiful because it's so natural. You had a real evolutionary process here that's gone on for eons. And this soil is so fragile, so loose, that without the root systems of the shrubbery and the trees, it simply breaks down and washes off, and you'll be back to the bald rock again. Kind of interesting this. Spanish moss, sometimes called old man's beard. You can easily see why. It's another one of the, on here, I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 species there that I can see without examining closely, species of lichen and mosses, right on that one piece of decaying wood.
Overwhelming public support for places such as the Broken Island Group has pushed the government to increase, if only slightly, the amount of old-growth forest set aside for parkland.